Welcome to GraphMaster. This is a powerful program with lots of features that will bring graphing to life for students as well as provide you with new and exciting ways to reinforce graphing concepts and to collect data. And this is a big functionality enhancement over the version on MrNussbaum.com. With GraphMaster, both teachers and students can create classroom polls, and teachers can create assessments using the data from the polls. I think you'll love this process and find the ways in which the graphs are presented very interesting. So let's start. And the first step is to create a poll. It can be a generic poll, and let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to click on GraphMaster. There are a lot of features here, so we're going to be going back and forth from the teacher account to the student account. But to get started, let's create our own poll that we're going to ask to students. The more students you can ask this to, the better data you can collect. So let's say poll question, I don't know. Let's say, what's your favorite number? And you can ask anything. And let's say, we'll just do some random numbers, 10. And actually, if I click in here, I can change the color of the bars of the bar graph or the sections on the pie chart. Let's say 20. And let's make that color. 30. We're just going to do 4 choices and 40. And that's it. Now I'm just going to save the poll, and it's done. Click OK, and it takes me back to the main interface. So I find what's your favorite number. This is the poll I just created, and like anything on Mr. Nussbaum Extend, you click and drag it when you want it to be available to students. So you click it, you drag it to the to be deployed space, and just drop it. I want this to be available to all of my students in Nussbaum 1 class. So I click Deploy Now. And it's simple as that. I created a poll and I deployed it to that class. Now every student in that class can answer the poll. And let's see what it looks like from their side. So I click Log Out. And I log in as a student from Nussbaum 1. And this is a quick process. And so now I'm logged in as a student who would be receiving this poll. I click GraphMaster. And we'll get back to the See Student polls later. But I'm going to go to the one my teacher created, what's your favorite number? Click on it. And it's simple as that. I answer it. Let's say I like 40 the best. Click Submit Answer. And sometimes it takes a second or two for it to register. There you go. Your answer's been saved. And so it's going to take me to the page that actually contains the graph. And of course, with only one person responding, this isn't a particularly interesting graph yet, but let's go back to one of the graphs that does have a lot of respondents. So let's go back one page, and let's go to your favorite place in the area. So this student has already answered this one, and it says his favorite place is Old Town. We live here in Northern Virginia in the DC metro area, and so we have a poll, what's your favorite place in the area? And you see we have various choices. If you roll over the graph, the bars in the graph, it'll show you. This looks like the Spy Museum is the most popular so far of the people who've responded. But look, really interesting feature. Bar chart. If I just click pie chart, I see a pie chart. This enables students to see the data presented in all sorts of different ways. Line chart, people graph, and a data table. So it's just an interesting way for students to really see easily how their own data is presented in different ways. And wait till you see how you can use this. Okay, so let's log out and log back in as a teacher. I'm going to show you how you can actually create assessments with any of these polls. So I'm going to log back in as me, the teacher. Go to my Extend Programs and go back to GraphMaster. And now I'm going to click on See Poll Results. I click on See Poll Results. And here are all the polls so far that I have deployed. Now I can see the student polls too, and I can actually make an assessment of any of the student polls. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to click on a poll that I know has some data, which is favorite place in the area. Click that. When I click that, it's going to show me I have, of the 33 possible people, 15 people have responded. It shows me all the people who haven't responded yet. And watch this. This is amazing. I'm going to click Create Questions. It says creating questions will stop any more students being able to take this poll. Click OK to continue. That's so we don't have the different students accessing polls with different data. We want them all to access the same poll. So I click OK. So no one's going to be able to respond to this poll anymore. Okay. So now I can add questions. I can see the data right below, and I can add questions. Save the questions. They should automatically get deployed to students. Let's say I want to give a math quiz to see how well students understand. I can type in the questions, label the correct answer, and then put multiple choice answers, and then students will have a multiple choice quiz. Now watch this. I can actually auto create questions. Click here. Questions are all created for me. Questions are and so this algorithm analyzes the data and actually asks appropriate questions. So how many total people answered? What is the most popular choice? What is the least popular choice? How many more people like the Washington Monument than the Lincoln Memorial? How many people chose Old Town or the White House? How many more people like Old Town than the Lincoln Memorial? How many people chose White House or Old Town? So it automatically automatically analyze the data and ask appropriate questions with multiple choice answers that are close to the real answers. So let's click Save Questions. I like the auto create, and it's okay. And now I can click here to see the quiz scores for my students. Now my students have to take, they can take the quiz. And I can see what they got right and what they got wrong. Now, I don't have a lot of time on this video because I don't want to put you through a 15-minute video. The other thing I want to show you, if I go back one page, and go back one page again. See, look, if I click here, I can see all the polls my students have made. And they will make lots and lots of polls. You've got to just make sure that the polls they are making are always appropriate, which is why you have access to all the polls they make. And you can easily delete any student poll simply by clicking this delete link. You see, students love there's kind of a social aspect to all this, and they go crazy for this. This is a great program to use as a reward for students. And you see, I already had 85. I've had kids create 85 polls in literally one class period. But let me show you how to enable polls for students. So you're going to go back one page, and go back another page. Watch, this is really easy. So you the poll creator, simply click and drag the poll creator to the to be deployed space. And just like anything else then, you determine exactly who you want the poll creator to be deployed to. Let's say you only want it to be deployed to a few students, but you can pick and choose those students. Let's say you're comfortable with deploying it to an entire class, and you click entire class. It's that easy, and you click Deploy Now. If by chance you need to undeploy, take away a student's ability to create polls, you simply undeploy it using the display deployed items. Watch, I'll show, let's say, watch this. So this is a student who has the poll creator. It's been enabled. Now this is taking a while to load because so much is deployed to him. But when this finally loads, I'm not sure if we'll have time to see it all now. What you do is you simply unclicking something from the What Have I Deployed menu will undeploy it. I'm not going to wait for that to load right now. And I think that should be about it. I encourage you to experiment a lot with this. This is a really awesome program that kids love. Last thing I'll show you is the record book here, so you can see how students have fared on the assessments that go along with the polls. So I see I have one student who got 85% correct. What was your favorite Sesame Street character? And then I can see the details by clicking on the details here. So you see he missed this question. What was the least popular choice? So anyway, that's GraphMaster. I hope you find this very useful. I'm pricing it at only $5 a year. But if you get a chance and you're using this, let me know what you think. If you want a trial for it, let me know that too. Thank you.